Hey, and welcome back! My name is Ashley Shalina Signs, and welcome to my channel. And this week I've been challenging myself to post 7 videos 7 days in a row at 7 minutes each. I have this amazing notebook that I fill up with everything. It's getting really full and I'm gonna have to get another one soon. But I wanted to tell you a couple of dreams that I had that just kind of came to my mind. So you may have stumbled upon one of my other videos where I was talking about a dream interpretation. I had a really bad nightmare about this little kid and he had a metal bit in his hand and it was an abusive home and everything was sheer terror, and I was like pulled out of my dream and it was very lucid and I remember everything very wickedly, and most of my dreams are actually quite like that. As of lately, they've kind of been like whatever, but say if I had a really good diet full of like green food and stuff, then I sleep really well and I dream very lucidly. But for this video, I wanted to tell you guys more about some dreams that were also very lucid, and I think that they were just kind of funny because I want to know if you experienced them too. So if you do, be sure to drop a comment in the section below because I really want to hear about it. I tend to have very lucid dreams where I'm interacting with things and I'm trying my damnedest to get people to know that I am dreaming about them. I've had maybe 20 dreams minimum of me trying to reach out to whoever I can recognize from real life in my dream and be like, you need to wake up and remember that I told you to come tell me that I dreamed about you. Okay, and that I had contacted you in your dream. I don't know if you've ever experienced that, but please let me know if you do so I don't think that I'm the only one that's crazy, right? But it's like, it's a social experiment in a way as well. So one of the entries I have in my dream journal is that my friend, who we're just gonna name him Grr, and he's like such a puppy, I love him to death. In my dream, I had ran into him at work and I was like, dude, guess what? And he was like, what? And I was like, last night I had, no wait, before I even tell you that, please tell me, did you happen to remember what you dreamed last night? And he was like, no, not really. I was like, okay, well, either way, I ran into you at work and I stopped you on the way out. Everything is very lucid right now. I am dreaming and I need you to take note. And you're like, yeah, okay, what? And I was like, you need to wake up and you need to come and tell me if I came to you in a dream. I need to know that I'm psychic and that I can get to you in these dreams. And he's like, okay, yeah, I can do that. And then sure enough, the next day I go to tell my friend and he's like, no, you didn't visit. I always think that these dreams are going to work out in that way because, well, why not, right? So, okay. I don't know if you guys happen to have these dreams, but let me know, again, so I don't think that I'm insane. Do you ever happen to have dreams about children and that they're somehow morphing into something that isn't a child? So I've had a dream about, I don't know, 1 out of 5 dreams will always end up being about a child in some way, shape, or form, and more often than not, those children tend to morph or digress or like de-age in some way. Like, not necessarily going back into a fetus kind of stage, but definitely shrinking in a way. I don't know if you guys have seen this movie about an alien guy who comes down and gets this girl pregnant by kissing her, but when he lands and he's like, you know, morphs or whatever, and he's like rapidly growing from like an infant to a child to a teenager to a man in under like a minute or something. It's kind of like that, except in reverse. Except that wherever I'm dreaming them at that moment, whatever age they are, they digress back. Or they turn into a blob. Or they turn into an animal. Or I'll have an animal that'll turn into a kid. And it's very weird. I don't know what's causing that, but I can honestly say it fuels my real life, my day-to-day of not wanting children right away. And I'm just like so petrified that it's gonna happen, even though logically I know it won't. So tell me if that happens to you. I don't know if that's a common theme or not, or if it can relate to anything. But if you do know that it relates to something, please put it in the comments below because I need to know. Okay, so I wanted to tell you guys about a dream that I had back in February, basically. It was very lucid. I was very aware of everything like I normally am. And even though it's only about a page in length, I want to read it to you, and I wanted to tell you like the genuine feeling that I was getting. February 7th at 9 p.m. It was on a Wednesday. I had a dream about owning a disc that could grant me objects that I wanted. For instance, give me a phone to text my boss with, and a phone would appear. Turns out it's not just a disc, but also a two-way portal that communicates with my friends in the underworld. My friend was sent to the underworld for an amount of time to serve and left this in my care to keep me happy. So apparently, while my friend was in the underworld, he left me this disc or this orb of some sort that anything I wanted, it could almost it would transport from the underworld to me and I could have it. But it came with a stipulation, basically. And at any point in time, anything from the underworld could detect that I had this thing, it would come after me to get my orb or the disc, you know, whatever it was. Like, I laughed in particular because this dream had played out like a movie in my head. It honestly felt like an action and a thriller and a comedy all at the same time. Things that I can remember was like walking into a cafe holding this orb and having it in my pocket for safekeeping and getting a phone call from this guy who is in the underworld contacting me like, here, I left this for you because I need to make sure that you're gonna get what you need and you can kind of get some stuff that you want to. Kind of like a credit card, but with instant transportation. But then he like didn't tell me right away that I could be detected by somebody. He's like, just keep it in your care and be safe. Like later on tells me, okay, well, your boss knows that you have it and he's from the underworld and he's coming to get you. I'm on the run to get away from my boss and to come back and try and relocate this thing, but then I have other people who are in connection with that boss, and I feel like I'm in a James Bond movie, honestly, and I'm trying to do everything I can to keep myself safe and to keep this orb safe and to keep myself at bay. I don't know, it kind of felt like a cool movie, but I don't know if you guys happen to have dreams like this where it plays out in such a radical kind of movie-esque way. Anyway, if you liked what you saw today, be sure to give me a big thumbs up. It really helps me out in getting my videos seen so I can get more subscribers. I'm working to get my first 1,000. Even though I'm only at 27, the 27 of you are freaking amazing. Thank you again for your support. I appreciate you in every way, shape, and form. So be sure to give me a like, hit the subscribe button so you can come back tomorrow to see day 3 of my 7-day series, and I will see you guys tomorrow at noon. Stay positive. Bye!